From Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, South America. Hi, can you hear me?
Hmm.
Okay. I think you lost Joshua, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, okay. Joshua?
Yes.
Ah,
Perfect.
okay.
Sorry about that.
No, no problem.
Okay. Danielson, so yeah, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh,
You're,
well. Yeah, I like to play soccer with my kids
nice.
and yeah, listen some music.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that on the free time that's what I do usually, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd say listen to some music. Um, nice. So soccer, listen to music. Good. And welcome to class. Joe. Shin, are you there?
Yeah, of course. Uh, you're just breaking up a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully
Hi.
it's a little better now. How's it going?
Fine, thank you. Yesterday was my day off, so yeah. Mm, I took
Okay.
yeah.
Good. I think I've frozen again. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm.
Video for now. Okay, so what did you do on your day off, Shin?
Um. Yeah, actually, I'm a director making TV commercials also. So now recently, I have been running editing application. So yesterday, I ran it.
Okay, nice.
Hmm.
Really cool.
Thank you.
Mohammed, welcome to class. Mohammed, how's it going?
I'm right. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Mohammed, I'm not sure, I don't recognize your picture. Have I had you in class before?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And so what'd you do today, Mohammed?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, nothing. What'd you have for lunch?
Uh, Good question. Well, actually, I ate, cheese sandwich, and
A ch
with cappuccino.
Okay, a cheese sandwich with a cappuccino. Okay.
Yeah, normal lunch.
All right, nice. And Ilias, welcome to class as well. Ilias, how's it going?
Hello, sir. How is it going? Thank you.
It, nice. And Elias, what have you done today?
Today I have attended some classes. I have
Okay.
attended some classes.
All right. Nice. And good. All right, let's see about this. Sorry. David, how's it going?
Hi Joshua, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully my internet gets a little bit better. What'd you
Yes,
do today,
I
David?
hope. Well, actually, I did a lot of things today. Well, I went to the university, I attend classes in the morning. I went to downtown. I take a lunch there. I come back to home and I watch the football match.
Okay, nice. Were you pleased or disappointed with the outcome?
Obviously, I was not pleased because I just wanted to Real Madrid won, but Juventus win.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Aaron, how's it going? Oh, and you just muted your microphone. So
Hi, teacher.
there you are.
What's up? Can you hear me? Anybody, can you hear me?
How are you?
Fine, I am fine, very well. I just finished my work. Currently, I am working at home. Um, I do a lot of things today.
I did a lot of things today.
Yeah. In the
Okay.
morning, I went to the swimming pool classes.
Okay. So you went to swimming classes?
And I missed the match, the soccer match.
Mm-hmm.
I will, I would like to have seen that match.
I would have liked to have seen.
I would have. I would.
I
I
would have
would
liked.
have seen. Yeah, I would have seen that.
I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to have seen.
Yeah, that's right. I would have liked to have seen the match.
I would have liked to have seen. Can you repeat that one more time, Adam?
I would have liked to have seen the match.
Good.
The play.
Yeah, it was a good game. Really, yeah, back and forth. Julieta, welcome back to class. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm back, thanks.
Okay. And yeah, so Julieta, what have you done for the past hour?
Nothing.
Thought about the story?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
I don't know. I don't know if it is funny or not. I
Okay.
don't know. It's absurd and surreal and I don't know.
Yeah, definitely absurd, real. All right. Okay. I think it's really funny. I can't not laugh. Whenever the puppy comes up, it's just too much. But good.
Oh, the Korean kid.
Yeah, that
Too
too.
much.
All right. Let's get started with today's class. Shin, can you read the title and the next few lines?
Okay. Crime and punishment. Today we will run justice system vocabulary. Read a comic. Continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Read a comic around crime idioms. Discuss crime and punishment, not the book.
Good. Really good pronunciation, Shin. Shin,
Thank you. Thank you.
can you ask Mohammed the first question?
Okay. Mohammed, what crimes have you heard about recently in the news?
I think, let me say. Well, actually, I haven't heard any crime recently in the news, but mhm. But I think mm, I haven't
Okay.
had any crime.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Elias, what about you? Have you heard of any crimes recently in the news?
In which country?
Any country.
So one can find the crimes that they speak about bribery, can find crime. There are many crimes.
Yeah. Okay, so what's one crime that you've heard of recently?
So I would like to speak in general. Bribes, bribery, theft, fraud.
Okay. Anything specific?
No, I would like to speak in general.
Okay. All right. And Elias, can you ask Julieta the next question?
What makes some people become criminals? Is it poverty, upbringing, lack of education, unemployment, or something else?
What does upbringing mean?
Upbringing is like the way that you were raised.
To break up.
Hmm.
Joshua, how about parvet? I'm not sure if it's pronounced correct.
Poverty?
Yes, poverty.
Poverty. Poverty. And it's almost got like a D. Poverty. Can you repeat that one more time?
Poverty. Poverty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Poverty.
What, what,
And
what is that? Sorry.
so lack of money.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, sorry, it was the question for me. Mm. Uh, before 2 days ago, I thought it was a lack of education or poverty or unemployment, but now I don't know because in Italy it happened crime that it is unexplicable, and so uh, I don't know, madness.
okay. Madness.
Mm.
All right. Yeah. What about you, Danielson? What do you think?
I think it's a lack of education. In my opinion, it's a lack of education.
Okay. Why do you think so? Or can you
Uh,
explain?
nah, because usually people who don't have education is a poor people who lives in a poor city, and then you can have in that place you can have a lot of crimes, and these children can see the crimes and start doing the same thing as they are growing, you know.
Okay. And maybe in their eyes, crimes becomes normalized.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Good answer. Really good grammar from both of you guys. Does anybody have any questions or comments here?
For example, I think that people became criminals because there are no punishment. Uh, Sometimes it's very difficult to catch a killer, for example. A serial killer is only when the person becomes serial killer, killing a lot of people, a lot of persons. The authorities catches him.
Okay. So lack of punishment maybe is what you're saying?
Yes, the lack of punishment, or sometimes it's very difficult to. For example, the subprime crisis is because some people do crimes, financial crimes. Only few people get to the jail because it's very hard to comprove the implication, if the person are implicated in the crime.
Okay, so we'd be talking about white collar crime. So only a few people who commit white collar crime are put in jail. Yeah, because it's really hard to accuse them or convict them.
It means what color crimes?
So financial crimes, crimes of people in power, in powerful situations, in political situations. Um, yeah, so financial and political crimes would be white collar crimes. We'll talk about that a little bit later in this class.
Teacher, sir, I think that's poverty. Poverty. You hear me?
Yeah, you think that poverty?
Just it is just an excuse for those who steals, who commits theft or crime.
Okay, for
So they
everybody who steals?
are poor people with principles.
Okay. Okay, good answer too. And does anybody have any questions? Oh. All right, let's go on to the next page. Let's do a little bit of reading. I think we're with Danilson. Can you read the title and the words?
Appeal? Is that correct?
It's a little bit different. It sounds more like appeal.
Appeal. Okay. Appeal. Catch on. Fine. Improvement. Jury. Offense. Prosecution. Sentence. Verdict.
Nice. Okay. Only a couple small things. Caution.
Caution.
Imprisonment. Imprisonment.
Imprisonment.
Offense.
Offense.
Prosecution.
Prosecution.
And verdict.
Verdict. That's a hard one.
Yeah, verdict is a hard one. Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
What is?
Teacher, sorry.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, okay. Teacher, what the sentence means?
Okay. Sentence. Does anybody know what a sentence is?
In this case,
Go ahead.
go ahead. In this case, mm, It's it's a word for uh, mm, court or uh, justice system.
A court or a justice system? Not exactly.
The
Yeah,
sentence.
of course, I know the meaning of sentence, but I guess some other meaning. There are some meanings in this case.
Yeah. So we'd be talking about a sentence in a court.
In court. Mhm.
Yeah. So does anybody have any suggestions? A sentence?
Yeah, for example, in the finish of the process of the law, the judgment, the judge
Mhm.
make the sentence to, for example, to the death or 2 years of prison or community work. This is the sentence.
Yeah. So it's like
Mm.
the judgment, the punishment would be the sentence.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
Anybody knows what mean appeal? Appeal? What mean appeal?
What appeal means? Does anybody know what appeal means?
No.
Appeal when, for example, after the judge pronounced the sentence or the verdict, the lawyer lodge an appeal. It's like to
Uh-huh.
reject the first instance, sentence. Teacher, it is called appellant. The one who the appellant, one who resort to appeal.
Uh,
Appellant.
we wouldn't say appealant. We would still call them the defendant.
No, the person who sue and the person who defended the person who appeals.
So we still only have a defender and a prosecutor. The defendant, the prosecution. Um, even if it is an appeal, yeah, we wouldn't call it an appealant. In a sort of different context, you can use the word an applicant. Um, but yeah, so an appeal challenges sentence, a criminal sentence maybe. And so you can use it as a verb
The
to appeal.
lawyer can lodge or lodge is like to
Launch,
lodge.
yeah. Can like start. Okay. And does anybody else have any other questions here?
Offense? What does that mean?
An offense. Okay. What's an offense?
Crime.
Crime. Yeah.
To commit an offense.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Sir, those who commit offense below 18,
Juvenile?
juvenile.
Yeah. We call them juvenile delinquents. Those who were accused of committing offense below the age of 18. If they're still considered a child, they're called juvenile delinquents. And they usually get different punishments. All right. Any other questions?
For example, before they start the court, what they call it, the place where the convicts stand,
The place where what?
where the convicts, the criminal, stand.
They're on trial. They're on the stand. Yeah, I guess you'd call it the stand.
Where the convict or the criminal stand or
Uh,
sit.
that would be where whoever's being questioned at the moment.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Hmm. I believe it would just be the stand. Please take the stand is just the place where you go enter questions. Does that make sense?
Sir, you know better than I.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that would just be the stand. Um, okay. And any other questions?
The eyewitness.
An eyewitness? Okay. Who knows what an eyewitness is?
Witnesses is someone that saw the crime or
Yeah.
can testifying about an action or in the past, something about related with in the judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. So there'd be someone who saw the crime, and they can, help convict the criminal. Um, nice. Yeah. And so I don't know where you got the word, but perfect. And let's go to the next page. Um, let's skip that for now, maybe. Let's look at these. David, can you read the first one?
Sure, Joshua. Idioms, a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, and what do you think that means? A slap on the wrist.
No, I don't have idea.
Um, does anybody else have any ideas? A slap on the wrist?
No idea.
Just a minor sentence, not a minor sentence, not.
Excuse me? A minor sentence, yes. Okay. So not a severe punishment. A light punishment. All right. So, David, do you think you could use this in a sentence?
Sorry, what?
David?
Yes. Yes, Joshua, I am here.
So do you think you could use that in a sentence?
What thing?
Are you still you're thinking, David?
No, I don't know what is your question about. I don't get the question.
Okay. So do you think you can use a slap on the wrist in a sentence? If a slap on the wrist is a minor sentence or a light punishment?
Okay, now I understand. What are you asking? A minor sentence or a light punishment? Sure. Let me see. Let me think. Well, after the guy was caught by the cops because he was drinking and making a lot of noise. The judge give to him just a slap on the wrist.
Sorry?
The last part. You didn't get it. The last part, right?
Yes.
The judge just gave to him a slap on the wrist.
Nice. We wouldn't say to. Gave him
Why we don't use
a
to?
slap on the wrist. Position, but good. All right. Aaron, what about the next one? By the book. What do you think that means?
By the book, I haven't idea. I guess that by the book means is by the, I don't know, by the book is something that are writing in the law.
Sort of. You're really close. Does anybody have a good definition for by the book?
Maybe follow the rules, but it's just I guess.
It's like blindly to follow the rules blindly.
Yeah, in accordance with the rules.
Okay.
Almost blindly. Yeah, that's by the book. Aaron, so do you think you could make a sentence using by the book?
By the book, I need to parking correctly.
One more time.
By the book, comma, I need parking in the correct place.
Okay. I'd put this prepositional phrase at the end. Generally, it sounds better to use prepositional phrases at the end of a sentence, if you can put them there. Use the infinitive here as well. How do we change that to the infinitive, Aaron?
I need to park in the correct place.
Yeah, I need to park in the correct place. By the book. Okay, good. And that would definitely work. So according to the rules. What about the next one, Shin? What's this next one mean?
Face the music. I don't have any ideas.
Okay.
What is the music in this case?
Yeah. Does anybody have any ideas?
It's like to bear the consequence of one action.
Yeah. To face the consequences of an action. Okay. And Shin, what's that mean? Or how would you use that in a sentence? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, what is the meaning? The word consequences.
Like the punishments.
Punishment.
The results.
The result. Okay. To face the results of action. Sorry, yeah, teacher, it's a bit difficult for me to answer. So, can I pass it? Sorry.
Yeah. What if you just make a sentence with face the punishments?
Face his punishment.
Or accept his punishment. Make a sentence with that.
Mm, accept his up. Accept. Mm, accept his punishment. Mm, um. Sorry, I can't come up with a good example. Mm,
You got caught stealing? Well, let's have somebody else. Who can make a sentence with Facebook music or accept it?
I have one example.
Okay.
The burglar faces the music of breaking in at night.
Okay, so the crook,
The burglar,
the
burglar
burglar.
facing the music of of
Four.
breaking for breaking in at night.
Yeah. Yeah, the burglar is facing the music for breaking in at night. Maybe you could even add the burglar got caught. So he's a understood that he did something wrong, so he is facing the music for his crimes. So he's accepting his punishment. Does that make sense, Shin? Shin?
mm, yeah. Oh, now I'm reading the sentences. The burglar is facing the music. Mm,
Or the criminal.
I can't. I'm sorry. I still can't understand.
Okay. Told my
Mm,
mom I stole a CD. She made me
uh-huh.
take the CD back to the store and face the music. I guess CD is a bad example because I stole a car. She made me take the
Okay.
car
Mm-hmm.
back to the store and face the music. Um, I'll
Let me
be
take.
rotting in jail for a while. you know, so
Okay.
face the music is accept the punishment of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, thank. Yeah. Thank you for making easy sentence. Thank you.
Yeah. Umberto, what about under the table?
Under the table is when you don't want to show something, and maybe because you are cheating on some topic.
Okay, so yeah, if you're doing something under the table, you don't want other people to see it. Does anybody know a really common thing that happens under the table in English?
Bribes.
Yes, I know one. When you are, for example, in my case, uh, when some uh, em- when some employees want to negotiate with foreign suppliers, and they want to negotiate with them under the table.
Okay. Yeah, so like I think somebody else said bribes. If you're negotiating with foreign suppliers, they don't want other people to know. The most common use of this expression in English is getting paid under the table. So often illegal uh, immigrants or aliens and also high school students is probably another big demographic. Um, people who are paid in cash and who don't pay taxes. Okay, and maybe Umberto, can you make a sentence with under the table?
Yes. My boss is doing a negotiation with a supplier on under the table in order to earn money to himself.
For himself.
For him.
Okay, good.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Under the table, it's like in the dark, for example, a moonlighter works in the
Sorry?
dark. Can
A
be
moonlighter?
paid under the table?
A moonlighter?
A moonlighter is a person who works in the dark. Can be paid under the table.
I always thought a moonlighter was just somebody who worked at night, but I'm not sure.
But the moonlighter is a person who works in the dark, no, without papers, without documents.
Okay, so I think to moonlight is to hold a second job, especially at night. So I don't think it's the same as under the paper. At least that's what I got. That's what I thought it was before too. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I found it in a book.
Excuse me?
I found moonlighter in a book of translation.
Okay, yeah, there might be another meaning for it too. That's the first one that I got, but you could probably use it for somebody who works without papers as well. Julieta, what about the next one?
Red tape. It means bureaucracy.
Can you make a sentence?
Bureaucracy and red tape stop the growth of the economy.
Nice. By doing what?
By making people get mad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. I can never spell bureaucracy. It's gotta be the worst word in my whole vocabulary. Okay. Perfect. Does anybody have any questions here? Alright. Let's go. Okay, we can read about a Ponzi scheme. Okay, see you later, Shin. Color crime. Let's start with Danielson. Can you read the first part of this page?
Yeah. White collar crime. Blue collar crime. Okay. The types of the crime committed are a function of what is available to potential of offender. Those employed is relative skilled environments and live in inner city areas have few situations to explore than those who works in situations where large financial transactions occur and live in areas where there is relative prosperity.
Nice. Good job. Employed.
Employed.
Relatively.
Relatively.
Unskilled.
Unskilled.
Inner cities. Inner
Inner city.
cities.
Inner cities.
Nice. And exploit.
Exploit.
Good. Does anybody have any questions here?
Inner city is like suburbs. Suburbs.
No. Suburbs and the inner city are opposites.
Mhm.
Who can explain what the inner city is?
Is downtown?
Yeah, downtown to some extent. Generally, if we're talking about an inner city, it's the poorest part of a city. So this is a picture of like an inner city street. It might be a little bit exaggerated, but again, that's pretty much it. So you're talking about like poor areas in a city would be the inner city. Does that make sense?
Yeah, when you see a lot of graffitis, abandoned houses, or a lot of crimes, drug addiction, a lot of bad things.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly right. Any other questions on that part? Okay. And sorry, give me a second. David, can you read the next part?
Yes, Joshua. Blue-collar crimes tends to be more obvious and thus attracts more active police attention, such as vandalism or shoplifting. In contrast, white-collar employees can incorporate legitimate and criminal behavior, thus making themselves less obvious when committing the crime. Therefore, blue-collar crime will more often use physical force, whereas in the corporate world, the identification of a victim is less obvious and the issue of reporting is complicated by a culture of commercial confidentiality to protect shareholder value. It is estimated that a great deal of white-collar crime is undetected, or if detected, is not reported.
Nice. Good work. Commercial confidentiality. You did a great job with that. Complicated. Your ed endings are good. Your shun endings are good. That sounded great, David. You did a really
Yes, I
good
have
job.
been practicing a lot.
It sounds like it.
Sure.
Let's look at vandalism.
Vandalism.
Corporate.
Corporate. Vandalism.
That's a tricky one. Corporate.
Corporate.
Estimated.
I get it. Estimated.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Okay.
And corporate world is world of business.
Sorry, it is what?
The corporate world is the world of business.
Yeah, corporate would be like big business. Related to corporations. Yeah. Any other questions?
Shoplifting is when a thief stole a store, right?
When a thief steals from a
Steals
store.
from a store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Called shoplifting. It's called to larceny. No,
Excuse me?
larceny is a small theft. Larceny.
Arson.
Larson or larceny? I don't remember the word.
Larceny.
But
Larceny.
larceny.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like theft. For sure. And any other questions?
The person who does vandalism is vandal, vandalist,
Vandal.
vandal. Okay.
So a person who breaks something or ruins something or draws graffiti on something would be considered a vandal. Person who vandalizes. Any other questions?
Hey Josh, I have a question about one phrase here.
Yeah.
It is therefore blue collar crime will more often use a physical force. Uh, I think blue collar is a crime like deputies or like how can I say that? Senator, like
No,
politicians.
that's white collar crime.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I see. hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any others? Any other questions?
So the blue-white color involves the use of hands,
Yeah, blue
no?
collar will definitely be more
Like
hands-on.
like fighting, like snatching,
Shooting or
Uh-huh.
shotting. I don't know.
Shooting.
snatching a bag or something.
hmm Yes. So it's more straight theft that is physical and visible, whereas white collar crime is more like somebody broke into my bank account online and stole all of my money, and I don't know
So,
who did it.
so we can say that blue color crime is explicit, whereas the white one is implicit.
Yeah, implicit and explicit might not be the best definitions of that, or might not be the best words to describe them, but they could be used to describe them. So yes, yeah, I'd give you that. Any other questions?
Maybe the blue collar crime should be like more physical violence.
Yeah, more physical violence for sure. So it's overt as opposed to covert. I think would be better than implicit and explicit. Overt and covert. So hidden and out in the open. Yeah. Any other questions?
No.
No, thank you, thank you.
Okay. And let's go and read this comic. I think we're on Aaron. Aaron, can you read the role of the first person? And Idias, can you read the role of the second one?
Okay.
Our, our assignment is to make our accounting system less transparent.
We don't want investors to know what we are doing. Are we bad people?
Oh, so
No,
you
it's Elias.
just read what, Idias?
Yeah, you read short.
So you're down here,
Uh,
unfortunately.
Okay.
yeah. We don't want investors to know what we are doing.
Are we bad people?
We're good people who have been influenced by corporate culture.
Okay, carry on.
Good. That was a really good job at the end. Idias, nice intonation. Aaron, a couple of small things. Transparent.
Transparent,
Influenced.
influenced.
Nice. And you did a good job with corrupt corporate culture. Okay. And Idias, what's happening in this comic?
Where?
The whole comic. What's happening in the comic?
Assignment is to make our account system less transparent. We don't want investor to know what we are doing. We are the people influenced by corrupt. So it is a kind of criticism. It's a type of criticism. Criticism.
Mm-hmm. Type of criticism? Can you explain that a little bit more?
So the comic or
The comic, yeah. What's happening in the comic?
the comic criticize a certain type of a system.
Or behavior.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so just to be brief, I've got another class right after this. So there are these two people who clearly work in a corporate business. They're making their accounting systems less transparent, so they're making it harder to catch what they do with their money, probably because they're committing some sorts of crimes. Um, and they're kind of rationalizing it. So they're making themselves feel good about the bad things that they're doing, saying it's not their fault. And so, yeah, it's talking about how it's easy to commit white-collar crime. You can kind of just rationalize it really easily, and it's really hard to catch and prosecute. And that's it. Unfortunately, I do have to go. It was a great job by all of you in class. Nice to see you all. Good to meet you,
Thank you.
Denison and Aaron.
Alright.
Yeah, and see you later.